Sure. What's up, guys? Nicky P here. As you can see, I got my dad on here. This is Bill Rocky Phares. This is the first video we did on a computer. As you can see, the widescreen with my whole layout here on my collection. But you know, figured this is an opportunity for us to ask questions to my father, which I will be asking the questions of stuff that people normally don't ask people who have cancer, especially 3 types of cancer. So, once again, this is all purely
Off the top of our heads.
comedy, just random stuff that I would ask the questions that he would answer because we've been here, we've been through it, done this before. So you go ahead and explain what you have.
What I have?
So
All right. I started out with colon cancer. And then I went on and got bladder cancer. And then now I have liver cancer, which is supposed to be treated or looked at on June 8th.
yeah, and he
We'll find out what they're going to do.
he had surgery for both.
Yep.
He had colon cancer removed, and then it's spread to his bladder,
And they biopsied me.
and then they biopsied and
said
found
I
out.
had liver cancer.
Yeah, and then they just recently found out it was liver cancer. So,
Yep.
anybody who doesn't know this by now, surprise. Yeah. So this has been going on for, say, 3-4 years now, I think, roughly.
Since 2017.
Yeah. So about
Started with
17. Well, I mean the cancer. That
the
you
cancer.
had,
Yeah. Well, that's when it
Well, the
happened
2017
right after.
was the blood clots, yeah.
Yeah.
But
But that's when it started.
the journey started with the blood clots and led to cancer and
Went
everything else.
on and on and
And
on
as you can
and
tell,
on.
as you can tell, he's still alive for the moment. He may look a little peaked and pale, but that's because his blood levels are shit. He's actually partially had a blood transfusion, so
I
he's
don't get out of the sun much.
he's partially won. That's what he said. So anyway, let's get into it. First question. I don't even know if I can ask it. Oh,
Oh, I know where this is going.
having bladder cancer and having the surgery, does that make your pee-pee smaller?
Well, it went in for a little bit, but then it shot out like one of them birthday blow-up things, you know. We're like, yeah.
It's like,
No, no, I didn't. I didn't
Hey,
do
I-
nothing to it.
it's like a groundhog on Groundhog Day. Oh, see my shadow. I'm going away. Okay. The reason I started that because that was a joke I said to him when we started to make this video, and we thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, we knew about
Anyway. Okay. Next question. Let's see. Didn't really pre-thought this, so just kind of rolled the punches. Did you ever think that you would have 3 types of cancer by the age of 63?
No, and I never thought I'd get cancer at all, but it just happened for some reason. I don't know what happened, but
Lottery winner right here.
it just keep on going. Hopefully it stops now.
It's from the years of eating Miracle Grow as a child.
Out of the plants.
Out of the plants. So also playing with lead-based paint toys. We've had this discussion.
That's what happens when
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
born in the 50s.
when you're
the
born
late
in,
50s.
you're born in the late 50s, you end up sleeping in a laundry basket because your mother thinks it's funny, and
Takes a picture of
takes
it.
big. Yeah, thinks it's hilarious. But anyway,
And it's not.
let's see. Okay, not everybody knows this because he's wearing a hat, but he always had long hair. Always. I say the only time he never had long hair, it was like medium cut, was when he was working, when we lived in Ohio.
Right, when I worked security.
And he had to have it cut a certain way. And
Law enforcement.
Yeah, so we ended up buzzing his hair because his hair was falling out doing the chemotherapy and everything.
Yeah.
It didn't do it during the first one. And then the second, when he just did this batch now, when they found out that
Yeah,
for
that
the
was
bladder cancer.
Really rough batch this time around.
Yeah, and so his hair ended up falling out this time,
Yeah.
and we ended up buzzing his head.
Unfortunately.
So he wears a hat now, do-rag, all that. I wear a hat because I'm going bald because my genes suck. So, from him. And,
But my hair is growing back.
but anyway, what did you think when you had your hair cut? What did it?
No, I was going to cry. I love my hair.
Yeah.
I love my hair.
And I got to buzz it. So I
Yeah,
got the
you got to
honor
cut it.
to cut his hair. And
Plus, it was way shorter. It was like bald.
yeah, it was going. It was basically.
Yeah.
It basically was going Hulk
It was
Hogan.
better than eating hair. Every time I had food and all that, I had mouth hair. Or wake up and it's all over my pillow and everything. So I had him buzz it.
He was going Hulk Hogan there for a minute, and then we buzzed it, and then I ended up buzzing my hair to support him, which I always buzz my hair.
Yeah.
But I ended up.
He always does.
Yeah. Because I just get tired of it. But anyway,
Plus, it's cooler.
yeah. Oh no, I
I
sweat
mean,
a lot.
not now.
I sweat a lot.
It's been really hot.
I literally like walk from in here to in there, and I'm already like covered in
Yeah, I
sweat.
don't know how you wear a hat because today my hair was just soaking wet.
I'm wearing a hat now.
Well, I'm talking about like when it's hot out.
Well, if you ever seen my head,
I
it
have seen
shines
your
in this area right here. So it's not completely bald, but it's going, and it's a pain in the ass because I've always had long hair too,
Yeah,
And-
he had real long hair.
and I've cut it and whatever. But then I don't know. Yeah, that was the end of that one.
Okay, what's the next one?
Next question.
Hold up.
Just
Get your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen, because
this fucking guy.
it's going to be a while.
I didn't plan this.
Yeah, this is just off top of our heads. He just wanted to ask me questions, and I was going to answer the best I could.
Okay, now this is also gonna benefit me when I ask this question. It's a serious question. He thinks it's funny, but it's not, because this is also gonna help the situation which you all know that I'm going through right now. And I'm gonna ask him this question, and we didn't pre-script this, and all I gotta do is ask him,
No, I don't even know what he's going to
and
ask.
he'll know exactly what to say without any kind of doubt. How many grandkids do you have?
How many grandkids I got?
Yep.
I got 5. I would have 5. I got 4.
Yeah. See, now, those of you who know,
I got a granddaughter, and I got 3 grandsons.
and then one that
And
ended
one
up
that
didn't make it.
Didn't make it. Went to heaven.
Yeah. So, see, and that being said, the reason I asked that is because he's being thrown into the mix of the bullshit that I'm going through with my ex-wife, saying that he witnessed me duct tape my son's arms behind his back. So basically, she
No, that didn't happen.
threw him in the mix, so he's a witness, and then he's on my side because he knows exactly what goes on.
Right.
And
I'm
regardless,
I'm not gonna lie. I've been through 15 years of security and law enforcement, and I'm not gonna lie. If he did that, I'd be all over his ass. But
yeah.
he's a good father. Really good
And
father.
also, you notice he said he has a granddaughter, one who you all know isn't biologically mine, but yet she's a granddaughter.
Yeah.
So she's my daughter, she's his granddaughter. There's no difference between them, birth or not.
Nope.
We both feel the same.
Yep.
And that's how it is. So that was just benefit my doubt to put it out there to explain to you guys what's going on and how many grandkids he knows he has. And that was just to clear that out of the way.
I got that right.
Yeah. He had to think about it for a minute.
Well, I was
But-
thinking of the one that didn't make it.
Yeah. because it's included.
Yeah, yes it is.
Always is,
Right. You got it on you.
Yeah, I tattooed the
Right.
initials on my hand.
Right.
Next question. I don't know. Pre-scripted, it's just whatever. With everything that's going on in your life, what would you say is the best advice? Which I know where this is going. I know exactly what you're going to say. What's the best advice that you can give somebody? Anyone that's going through situations like what I'm going through, what you're going through. He didn't expect this question, as you can
No.
tell. He had to think about it.
Yeah.
But you can even tell him your motto, what you always say.
It is what it is. That's my motto. I got a shirt that says that.
Yeah. So, basically, everyone's dealt what they're dealt in life.
Yeah.
The point of the concept of being
You just
dealt,
got to be able
you
to
got to be able to
handle it.
play your cards that are dealt.
Right.
Whether it's shitty cards, whether it's good cards,
Just like with all the cancer I'm going through.
Not everybody gets dealt a good hand, but it also shows the strength of one person, how you can take what you're given and make a positive out of it.
Right.
And like I said, this fucker should have died years ago, but he's still kicking. And they literally gave him a life expectancy of a couple years.
Yep.
For colon cancer, because they didn't think he would ever, but then he beat that. And then he ended up, he's still kicking. He's going. Of course, he's got a lot of health problems, but,
It is what it is.
Always been there. When he has a supportive son, which he has Matt, but Matt's in a different area.
Yes.
So it's understandable.
Yeah.
But with, me being around, since he had the cancer, we made sure he went to his treatments.
Yeah.
And took him to his treatments, done everything, took care of my kids in the process, and done everything I was supposed to do. So it was, a journey. But like I said, it's what you do with
I did what
how
I
you're,
could. Yeah. What I could.
you're dealt. What you're dealt is
Yeah.
show your strength as a person, and people that know me as who I am, as a good guy, and I've never any violent in any way, shape, or form, or anything like that, because that's not who I am. He's one of the influences in my life that made me who I am. So I wouldn't be who I am without him. My mom passed away when I was young. She had lung cancer, and I was 12 years old. But my mom was the yin to the yang, so to speak. She was a little person. She was really short. By the age of, I think I towered over her about the age of 11 or 12, I think. And she passed away when I was 12. But with all that going on and everything, like I said, that's a lot to take as a young kid. So with doing that and then him having cancer, I'm 100% fucked in life. There's no getting around that. I'm going to be honest with you. That's also the concept that makes it harder for me to have relationships or do anything, because I don't want nobody to go through what we went through, and that's not fair to anyone. And regardless, people are like, well, that's not fair to you. And I get that, but some people can handle life, some people can't, and based upon that, it's how you were raised and who you are. Because I was in an abusive relationship before, and granted, this past relationship I was in, where I was married, it was the only person I've ever married, had 2 kids. I had 2 kids with her because I raised her daughter, and then we almost had a third, but the third didn't make it. Regardless of that, dealing with death in the family, dealing with losing a child, then end up watching someone slowly deteriorate due to mental illness. It's not a joke. So, I tried my best. I was with my older son's mom for 10 years, and that was the abusive relationship, and I've dealt with that shit for 10 years, and I stuck with it. But then this time, I done what I could, but with this particular incident, when you accuse me of doing something I'm not doing, try to slander my name, it's not fair to me nor to my kids, because you're making it look like their dad's a bad person. And, you know, nor, like, I've never been whooped throughout my life. Never. I've been threatened once or twice. And I've been shot with a slinky by my mom right in the eye because we were playing around. But other than that, my parents were, you know, the greatest. You know, everyone says that, but my parents really stuck it out. And my mom, you know, passed away young, but I know she's proud of what's going on. And of course, Dad being around, Dad had to raise 2 teenagers of all people who were boys that growing up, worst thing ever. Worst.
Yeah, it was rough.
Matt's an asshole. Sorry, Matt. Just the truth. Matt's a dick sometimes, but you know, Matt's Matt. Matt has his own personality. And, you know, we fought, collided, but, you know, we're family. And you take the best of both parents. And sometimes it reflects on one child more than the other. So I know I'm kind of dragging it a little bit going on, but like I wanted to make a video to show you all, you know, my dad, introduce him. Some people who watch my videos on Facebook know my dad. You know me, you've met my dad, seen him before, whatever. Right now we're just kind of going through a journey in life, both of us, him with his cancer and me with divorce and child custody. And regardless, we got each other's backs, we always had. And I'm feeling like there's another question, but I'm not knowing what that question is. So I think for the next video, we're going to prepare this. And if there's any questions that anybody seems to think would be a good question to ask that I didn't cover, because, you know, a lot of people don't have the idea, go ahead and comment or, you know, message me on Facebook. Let me know the questions you really want to ask somebody who's a 3-time champion, win the cancer games, I guess you could say. He's shooting for gold, you know, gold medalist right here.
I'm trying.
But as of right now, we'll call it that. Once again, it's my dad, Bill Rocky Phares.
There you go.
Yeah, over here somewhere. It's backwards.
Go that way.
And this is Nicky P. Thank you all for watching my video. I appreciate your time. And love, peace, and chicken grease to you all. And you all have a wonderful night.